Live from the hot air balloon capital of the world, this is Balloon Fiesta Live. The 47th edition of the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, presented by Canon, is happening now in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And now, live direct from the rooftop studio at Balloon Fiesta Park, here are Glen Moyer and Lloyd Jr.
Good evening, everyone. Lloyd Jr. here. My colleague Glen Moyer will join us shortly, but we are coming on the air because, as you can see, we are about ready to have Team Fast Track drop in with the big United States flag here momentarily. We are 1 minute away from them exiting the aircraft. On our feed, we see the jumpers are ready in the airplane. They'll be bringing the flag in for us for our 5:30 to kind of get things kicked off here at our Night Magic Glow at the 47th Annual Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. Team Fast Track, of course, a veteran-owned professional skydiving team based out of Middleton, Ohio. And we are especially thrilled to have them here this year. Again, they'll be bringing in the flag on this jump. And you're going to want to stick around tonight because at 8 o'clock they'll be dropping in again, this time with their own fireworks in the sky activity. So you want to be watching for that. If you've missed it last night, you don't want to miss it tonight. It is a fabulous show. We are 15 seconds away now from the jumpers exiting the airplane. The airplane is directly over the top of the field. And again, we're watching the live helmet cam. There is the plane directly overhead. And we should see jumpers exit momentarily. 4 divers jumping out of the plane. There goes the green light. So they will be towards the southwest corner of the field when they exit the plane. They're almost directly overhead the rooftop studio at the south end of the field now. And 1 jumper away. Good thumbs up from one of the jumpers. There's 2. There's jumper number 3 and Julia Pengburn with the camera, jumper number 4. So if you look high above and to the southwest, I see 2 chutes, 3 chutes, 4 chutes. So we have 4 canopies up there. Watching them from the ground as they do their maneuvers, but also getting a great view from the helmet cam so we can see what they see as they jump down to us. What a great night and a great view they have from up there. And we certainly appreciate Selection.com providing the video feed for us. 3 of the jumpers coming together now. 2 streamers have been deployed. And as we continue to watch, it's kind of like not sure what to watch. Look straight up and see it that way, or watch and see what the helmet cam is bringing us. It's all so exciting. And again, at 8 o'clock tonight, they'll be jumping back in again with their own fireworks in the sky. There's the deployment of the U.S. flag. 5,000 square feet of freedom in the American flag. The U.S. colors being brought in by Brian Pengburn. Wife Ulia is bringing us the helmet cam. Matt Harvey, one of the other divers. And Dimitra Dadik, the 4th jumper. High over the southwest corner of the field. What a fabulous sight. And Ulia just right alongside husband Brian there as he brings the flag in. She turns and takes a look down. Not sure they can see us all waving yet, but makes you feel like you're just up there with them. What What a great way to start our evening events. Team Fast Track has jumped in the So they're about to do the barber pole maneuver up there, kind of a spiral with the two balloons with the streamers, and now the smoke is coming on. So there's the beginning of the spiral. And the second smoke is on now, too. Swirling around in the barber pole maneuver. What a great shot. From down here and from up there. Oh, the smoke is hanging nicely, so we really get to see the barber pole effect.
That is the best barber pole we've seen yet.
Just got confirmation of that from their ground crew as we monitor their radio communications. That's also actually a very good sign for tonight. Since the smoke is hanging together up there, that means the winds up there are calm, which means we should be in for a great balloon glow tonight, our night magic glow to finish off our balloon glows. And now the fireworks are starting, the firecrackers at this point. Real fireworks when they jump at 8 o'clock tonight. I was prepared this time. That's cool. He's got it working good, so that's good. And a great shot of their landing zone on the far west side of the field. So they kind of sighted in from their helmet cam. Those of you down there on the field, wave at them as they come in. Down to the north end. Make a turn to the south. And the first jumper is down. Stand-up landing. Second jumper coming in. With the helmet cam, that would be Yulia. And there's her landing. Great landing with the helmet cam. Jumper number 3 coming in right behind. So here's a great view from the landing zone. And sliding right in. 3 jumpers down. Now we just wait for Brian to bring the American flag down to earth. Again, swooping out to the north end of the field, turning back into the wind from the south. Oh, a little extra S maneuver there before he comes down. And gently bringing Old Glory. Flag is down. And Brian is down. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Fast Track. Team Fast Track, as I mentioned, is a professional skydiving team, veteran owned, and they like to dedicate each performance, each of their jumps, to a fallen warrior. Today's performance dedicated to Army Specialist Michael D. Elm of Phoenix, Arizona. Michael Elm died October 14th, 2011, serving during Operation Enduring Freedom. And then flying overhead, there's Tyler, Chief Pilot Tyler, with the jump plane Patriot. Gary Williams is in the plane with him. Our chief engineer on Windfire here, Gary Williams, got a chance to go up in the plane up there as well. So a fabulous job, Team Fast Track. We look forward to seeing you with the pyrotechnics at 8 p.m.
Looking forward to it. We'll see you in a little bit.
There we go. So we have now got our activities officially underway, as if we could say they stopped with Music Fiesta that is just wrapping up out there, the Noms and Michael Ray and Old Dominion. So things are wrapping up there. Our skydivers are in. And in just a little bit here, half an hour or so, we should be ready for our night magic glow tonight. Our pilots for the glow are over at pilot briefing, getting the last minute weather conditions and tips and tricks and game plan, if you will. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and leave our feed up and kind of let you just watch the activity here on the field. And I'm going to step away, and we'll be back when we're closer to the start of our Night Magic Balloon Glow. For now, I'm Art Lloyd Jr. Glen Moyer and I will be back shortly. Stick around. It's going to be a great night here at the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, presented by Canon.
everybody's having a good balloon fiesta so far. My name is Alex Stern, and I'm going to sing some songs. This one's called Somebody. Every nickel in town, old flat top and a pawn shop, just to find the truth on the center screen. Since then, my whole life's been piecing together words and chords that my shape somebody wanna sing. Burn through countless places, burn too many cigarettes, and a lot of things I said I never do. Drag that skeleton out of my heart, one place I should have known. All the things I wish I had done. It ain't crazy trying to be somebody.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and the Night Magic Glow, sponsored by Canon this evening. We already had our Team Fast Track's early evening jump, and that was spectacular, as always. Are we doing the flags just yet?
Well, the yellow flag is down. We have a shot of the, we have the cannon balloon. We're watching the, there's the flagpole.
We're watching the flagpole because we do have a camera there to see the green flag go up.
But you can actually see the ropes kind of moving.
Yeah, so the green flag will be going up for tonight's Night Magic Glow. Canon is presenting the glow, as well as obviously being the presenting sponsor of the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta this year. So their balloon already standing up on the field with John Petrin as the pilot. Oh. There you see a nice shot of it.
It was just coming up. There it is. There's the green flag.
And there goes the green flag. So for those of you watching, you know what that means. That means we are good to go for tonight's Night Magic Glow. And then, of course, another jump by Team Fast Tracks. And then following that, of course, our Afterglow Fireworks Show presented by Sandia Resort and Casino.
And kind of in between there, the Laser Light Show.
Oh, that's right. I forgot all about that. Got
all of that tonight.
Yeah.
So we have a fabulous night of entertainment.
And boy, what a crowd we had for Music Fiesta this afternoon.
And this morning's Mass Ascension as well.
Yes, indeed. I just was commenting because so many of our staff coming in said, wow, what were all the cars in the parking lot? And then they went, oh, yeah, Music Fiesta.
Yeah. The Noms, Michael Ray, and Old Dominion performing on the north end of the field earlier this afternoon. And, yes, a great crowd for that. A great crowd this morning, too.
Oh, an awesome crowd this morning. In fact, it was so huge, eventually we had to close the gates because there was no parking. It would close the parking gates. People could still walk in, absolutely. Exactly. Yeah, and you and I commented on that this morning. We remember seeing the crowd as it is tonight. As you can see, it's kind of over to the east side of the field, and generally it grows to about maybe a third of the way across the field. This morning it stretched all the way over to the far western Arroyo. It was a huge crowd this morning, and a wonderful crowd working in tonight. Our last evening event before tomorrow morning's farewell Mass Ascension. It's hard to believe. It's been 8 days since we started this, and we're almost about ready to wrap up. Just doesn't seem right. We're just
the body kind of feels 8 days, but everything else seems like we just got started.
The body says, "Oh, thank goodness," and the brain is going, "Oh, come on, let's do another week or so. This is fun."
Sure. Hey, we do, in addition to the great crowd we have here on the field, and we should mention that kind of official numbers, if they were on attendance, will come out in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But I think just in unofficial conversations with folks who have been here for a number of years, that was definitely one of the biggest crowds we've had this morning.
One of the largest I can remember in recent times, certainly. And typically we average, about 850,000 visitor guests through the course of the year. And, of course, we've already topped that online with Balloon Fiesta Live. We were, after this morning's show, prior to however many have viewed the archive of this morning's show during the day, we were already at just over 910,000 views. So
I updated those numbers just before we came on the air about an hour ago.
Yeah.
So now we're at 928,000 views.
All right.
So it continues to climb, and we certainly appreciate you sharing the feed out with all of your friends and followers. And because we kind of pulled a number out of the air that we would hit 1 million views this year, and it's actually in sight and very doable if you'll continue to share those out. And, of course, don't forget to like and follow and comment all those great things about the feed as well. We certainly appreciate you watching Balloon Fiesta Live. Already saw Japan check in tonight on Balloon Fiesta Live.
I haven't. I was just loading up the feed on my iPhone here now.
A discussion about wind speeds going on now with some of our viewers. You know, it's really been great not only having all these folks watch us and interact with us online on Balloon Fiesta Live on Facebook and YouTube, but the education and the extra set of eyes and information that's being shared on there has just been great as well. I mean, they're getting into converting knots to miles per hour for wind speeds, and people have spotted balloons that we may not have caught on the feed here and have provided information when we couldn't readily grasp it for them.
Yeah, so. One of my friends, Brad, must have been watching while you were doing the skydiving, and I was having dinner, and he says, come on, Glenn, nap time's over. If you only knew, Brad, how deeply asleep I was at about 3:30 this afternoon when the alarm went off to get back out here for tonight. I was in a coma, I think.
Hey, Steve, hello again to you from London, Ontario, Canada. Tulsa, Oklahoma is online with us. And how's the parking there? Well, we came in early, Eugene, but I'll bet it's packed.
I bet it is. There's of course, Colby Jones says hello from Iva, South Carolina. Hi, Colby. He's been one of our, I don't know who's been the most consistent viewer, either he or our friend Ina over in the Netherlands. I know she's been in for every session.
So Rick says he's going to leave Roswell at 2 o'clock tomorrow morning to get here for the Mass Ascension.
Oh, man.
Wants to, be safe driving up here, Rick.
Yeah.
The maximum speed, according to our waiver for the winds, is 10 miles an hour. So if the winds are above 10, then the waiver from the FAA that allows us to fly at low altitudes, et cetera, if it goes over 10, we can't fly under that waiver. So that's, someone mentioned 10. I just saw it there. Jeff is responding, and Jeff is correct.
Right.
So the issue is that we won't know what the wind speeds are tomorrow morning until tomorrow morning.
Right.
So the forecast, my reading of the forecast, which doesn't count for anything, is that we should have another good flight tomorrow morning. The issue is there is some storms in the southern part of the state,
right,
and it depends on how far north they come.
And how much impact they'll have on our weather. That's also a consideration this afternoon, and we saw Brad Thieme, our chief meteorologist, pass through our green room just a little while ago, and he said the same thing, that we would be we'd be good to go tonight, but it will get a little gusty as we move on into the evening, kind of like we had last night. So we'll have to watch that. Just checking in. We've got folks from Arizona. There's Allen, Texas, New Jersey, Aurora, Colorado, Walla Walla, Pennsylvania checking in, Montgomery, Texas, Austin, Texas,
Missouri, New Jersey,
Oklahoma, and people all over the U.S. Hello from Canton, Ohio. So tonight's our evening events are sometimes a little late in the evening for our friends that are overseas, so we don't get as many international viewers in the evening.
But they get up
live,
in their morning
but
and
they get up in their
and
morning and they watch the archive online of the night event that they missed prior to joining us around noon, lunchtime over there, for the morning ascension. So
the Intel balloon right here in front of the rooftop studio for Balloon Fiesta Live has been one of the first balloons up, inflated and standing up all week.
Every
Sean
day.
Askren has been flying that, and apparently he has stepped out of the balloon now to talk with our Ruth Lind. Ruth?
He has, and Sean has been working hard all week doing a yeoman's job for Intel. Sean, how's your week been going?
The week has been fabulous. It's one of the best weeks we've had in years, and I'll tell you, the flying's been great, the crowds have been great, and I'll tell you, I've had a great time.
So what does it mean to Intel to participate here at Fiesta?
It's just a lot of exposure. Intel is just up and coming, and they're growing every day, and the more exposure we get, so I try to keep the balloon as much as best I can, and just trying to get as much exposure as I can.
And you're so much fun to be around. Are you taking passengers for Intel?
Yeah, I take 2 passengers every flight. They're from Intel. There's a drawing they do, and the prize winners get a ride every year.
That's terrific. Sean, I know you have a balloon to take care of. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll hand it back up to Glen and Art.
Thank you, Ruth, and always good to see Sean. We've been bouncing around in ballooning for a number of years, as it seems like so many of the guests that Ruth have had. She's pulled in a lot of the all-stars and the veterans up here along Corporate Village, so good to see Sean, and I'm glad, I'm trusting he has someone else in the basket right now keeping the balloon up. Not like they sometimes show on TV where the pilot gets out of the basket and walks over and has a conversation and the balloon just stands there all by itself.
Exactly.
It doesn't go anywhere. That doesn't happen in real life, folks.
So Tony Saxon wants to know, Glenn, if you have any cards.
Do I have any cards?
That's what the face,
no.
Don Chase is asking for Tony Saxon if you have any cards.
No.
You have pins.
I have pins. I have lots.
Art has cards.
Well, I have cards down. Oh, no. I don't have any personal cards. I never did personal cards. I do have. I got
Balloon Fiesta Live cards.
I have Balloon Fiesta Live cards, although I think what I have is in the truck. But I do have. I still got a bunch of announcer pins. So if you want one, track me down, and I'll give you and your cousin and your third uncle one or whatever.
Yeah, we've got. You don't have to go to your truck for the Balloon Fiesta Live cards. We've got them around.
No, I know. We've got some up here.
We've got them out here.
Our
camera stations have them. We have them at the at our production truck.
And I'm out of the Balloon Fiesta Live pins. I gave the last of those away at the awards brunch today.
Okay, we have a few more of those left.
But I do still have, I've got plenty of my announcer, and you have your announcer pins. So Kim is, while Ruth is up here with a lot of veteran balloonists, Kim's been meeting a lot of spectators and finding a lot of crew people to talk with. She has someone who's doing duty on the crown line there at the cannon balloon. Kim?
Both. Hi there. How you doing? We are out here with a lot of people out at midfield, right in the vicinity of the cannon balloon piloted by John Petrin. And we don't get to talk to crew people in action very often because they're busy. But sometimes busy, they can still talk. And so this is the guy hanging on one of the two crown lines on the cannon balloon. And your name is, sir?
Sean Abbey.
And you're from?
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
And so what are you doing exactly?
Just trying to keep the balloon from swaying from side to side in the wind. These things want to fly, and on the ground they bounce around a little in the wind.
So you've been crewing for Johnny for how long?
Since 1991.
Wow, and you're from Battle Creek. So how and when did you get involved in ballooning?
Balloons came to Battle Creek, Michigan with the 1981 Worlds, and my grandmother and mother were involved with that whole operation. And so at 10 years old, I was out hanging out with balloonists.
So do you travel a lot with the balloon and all that?
Not a ton. I was fortunate enough to go with John and the U.S. team over to Austria in August, so that was a great experience, but just help when I can.
And so you have a real job then?
Yes, I do.
And what do you do for real?
I'm a firefighter in Kentwood, Michigan.
Wow, thank you for your service.
Oh, thank you very much for your support.
Probably can't keep you up here very long because you do kind of need to keep an eye on what's going on as it gets dark.
Yeah.
How much, I notice people walk up and talk to you. What kinds of questions do they ask?
The number one is how much it costs for a balloon.
Okay, so this is a quiz. How much does it cost?
My stock answer is it's like a car. You can buy a really cheap one or you can buy a really expensive one.
Yeah, and the cost is pretty comparable. In the range is pretty comparable,
exactly,
right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, well, Sean, we'll let you get back to work, but thank you for taking a minute to be with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kim. And Sean's exactly right. That was always my stock answer when somebody says, well, how much does it cost to buy a balloon? Well,
right.
You can buy an old clunker that, is virtually worn out, or you can buy a new one that has just AM radio, black wall tires, and manual windows and that sort of stuff. Or you can step up and buy one that has seat warmers and dual air conditioning zones and, leather interior, autopilots, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's all relative to how much money you want to spend. Put it this way, you could spend as much on a balloon as you possibly want to.
Exactly.
There is no, it's literally the sky is the limit. Even the sky is not a limit. If you want to get into a special shape, you could spend a ton of money, but you can also buy a very good used balloon and get into the sport. Especially if you buy a balloon to learn to fly for the first couple of years, and then move up to a newer balloon perhaps. But it's all relative to how much money you want to spend, but the price range can be very comparable. And then, when you buy even a new balloon, you can have, do you want to have 2 tanks or 3? Do you want 15-gallon tanks or 10-gallon tanks? Do you want smooth leather or brown suede? Do you want colored wicker woven into the base? There's all kinds of options that you can build into the balloon that all, of course, add to the price.
Do you want to take a stock color pattern off the shelf? Do you want to custom design it?
Do you want to custom design it? Do you want custom artwork on it? All of those things. It's like, ordering a new car. You can put as much into it as you want, or you can keep it fairly stock.
And like cars, balloons have a life cycle, a lifespan.
They do.
The more you take care of them, the longer they last. So you have that whole investment across the life of the balloon itself.
Absolutely. One of the we're getting the field full of balloons as all of the pilots are inflating. Tonight being our Night Magic Glow, this is a selection of our round balloons, and we have a few special shapes joining us. I see Humpty just inflating there. One I wanted to point out quickly that's on the front row we see so far is the Ultra Magic Friendship Balloon. That is the blue and gold globe balloon that is essentially right front and center on the south end of the field here. That balloon we've talked about this week, but if you haven't heard the story, forgot my cough button. The balloon was the idea for the balloon came from Andrew Hawley a few years ago in a contest that Ultra Magic ran, looking for ideas on how to involve ballooning in the worldwide community and how to benefit the worldwide community. And there were also categories. I think Ultra Magic's power line detector came out of an idea that was submitted in this contest. Anyway, Andrew submitted the idea of this friendship balloon, and Ultra Magic built it and then sent it round the world, and it went from pilot to pilot to pilot to pilot to pilot. You would get the balloon, you would make a flight in it, and then you would pass it on to another pilot who would make a flight in it, and then pass it on to another pilot who would make a flight in it. And the balloon has now traveled completely around the world. On each flight, most of the pilots had systems in place, a plan in place where they could raise money for charities, and in some cases donated the money to Ultra Magic. They took that money raised from this great project and built a brand new school in a village in Africa that needed a new school building. And we've got a great feature about the whole story in the current edition of Ballooning Magazine, which is the official publication of the Balloon Federation of America, which is my quick time to say you can join the BFA simply by logging on to the website, bfa.net. And if you're a member, you get the magazine 6 times a year. So might want to check that out. And you do not have to be a pilot or a crew person. You just got to love balloons. Anyone and everyone's welcome as a member of the BFA.
We talked about buying balloons, used and new, etc. The other option here is to make your own.
Home
and
built.
On the screen here, you see the yellow-blue one with the little spikes in there.
Yes.
That is Sandia Sunlight 2.
Okay.
Sunrise 2, sorry. That is a home built by Peter Cuneo and Barbara Fricke.
Okay.
And that is actually the second one of those. They built one earlier, which was called Sandia Sunlight. And we get a great shot there. If you look at the very bottom of the balloon, you see the skirt, the round section at the very bottom is blue. That's how you tell this one apart from the original home built, because the original has a yellow skirt at the bottom.
Okay.
There's one other difference, which you can't really tell unless the balloon is laying down on its side, and that is at the very top of the one with the yellow skirt, it has a red top. In this one, the yellow and blue patterns continue through the top.
Okay.
And there is a smiley face on top of there as well. So this is the second one that Barbara and Peter have built. They actually have now made a third one, a little bit smaller, a 60,000 cubic foot balloon. This is a 90,000 cubic foot balloon. The 60,000 is a cloud hopper, meaning that we normally don't fly a basket on the bottom of them, but a 2-seater chair on the bottom of that basket. And they actually had it inflated out here the other afternoon. IMAX was out here doing a documentary, and they had it out here for some background there as well. And that's kind of a fun little balloon to fly as well.
Yeah, I bet. I did on my original balloon pin long before I was a pilot. I did balloons. I was an avid amateur photographer when I first got into sport. So my first, and I was a journalist, so my first pin had a balloon and an old box-style camera.
Oh, there
and
you
out
go.
of the lens of the camera, a rainbow came out and then went around the balloon. And I did 3 of those pins, and on each one, the only difference was I changed the color of the skirt, because it was a black balloon with the rainbow stripe through it.
Yes.
So the original had a black skirt, the second one had a white skirt, I think the third version had a red one, and then I moved on to other pins. We've got interviews lined up on both sides of the field. Let's go down first to Ruth Lind, who has Marcia Tracy with her.
You guys, I have been waiting to do this interview all week because Marcia is my absolute very best friend. We have been BFFs for decades, and we've gotten in trouble together all over the world doing balloon stuff. But this week, Marcia is really, really cool this week because she is the only woman pilot flying passengers for Rainbow Riders. What's that been like?
Oh, it's been absolutely marvelous. I love showing people Balloon Fiesta from the air, and to give them that up close and personal experience with one of the biggest events in the world.
And I know how good you are at it. I know how great you are with the passengers. We are looking at Talladega happening tomorrow afternoon, and that reminded me of a really great flight you had in Charlotte a few years ago with a race car driver. Tell us about that one.
I did. We get a lot of NASCAR passengers around the Charlotte area of North Carolina, and I flew Joey Logano for his birthday. Surprise. The day after he won the All-Star race.
That's awesome. How did he like it?
He loved it, but he's afraid of heights.
Oh my goodness.
Definitely afraid of heights. I enjoyed that part.
You bet you did. Well, a few years before that, Marcia and I actually launched a balloon outside Charlotte Motor Speedway the morning after it was the Busch race then, I think, or was it nationwide then? I don't remember. Anyway, we flew in and landed in the infield of Charlotte Motor Speedway, and that was too much fun. One other thing I wanted to touch on before we go, though, we were just talking about bringing the youth into our sport. How have you seen that changing over the last 2 or 3 years?
You know, I think it is changing. I think we're seeing a lot of new, younger faces in ballooning again, both on our local communities as well as, big events like this, and a lot of enthusiasm from, little kids up to, folks, pilots getting their licenses at 16, 17 years old, and I think it's wonderful.
That's just terrific. Marcia, thank you so much for coming on Balloon Fiesta Live. We're glad you're here. And I'll send it back up to Glen and Art.
Thanks, Ruth. And hi, Marcia. I don't know if you can see me up here waving. Marcia and I have a little bit of a flying history together, too. One of the years, my early years announcing here, when she owned and ran the Oldsmobile balloon contract, Kevin Flanagan was their pilot at the time. And I was an announcer around on the circuit, and I was always ragging Kevin about, when you going to let me fly that balloon? When you going to let me fly that balloon? Well, he landed right in front of our tower one morning on the final Sunday of Balloon Fiesta and said, hey, Glenn, come on down, let's go fly. And I did. I signed off, ran down, got in the balloon, had a short flight in it, landed, and Marcia pulls up, and we're packing up the balloon, and Kevin was so proud. He says, hey, Glenn flew that flight, you did a great job. And he turned to me and he said, so how many hours do you have now, Glenn? And I said, counting today's flight, 32. And he went white as a ghost. We had been on the circuit for so long, he just assumed I'd been flying balloons for a number of years and had several hundred hours, and I didn't. So that's and ever since, Marcia and I have been great friends as well. Hey, Kim has an interview over there. I think she was complaining we always go to Ruth first. Well, Ruth is closest. We could see her easier, Kim. So, but go ahead, Kim Besley.
Oh, we love you anyway.
Well, thanks.
Ballooning really is a generational sport anymore, and of course they were talking about that, and so I have the third generation of Vesleys that are in ballooning. This is my grandson, Alec. And Alec, you live where?
I live in Rio Rancho, New Mexico.
So you live right here, and you're a graduate of?
Of Cleveland High School, 2013.
Cool. Okay, so you kind of grew up in a ballooning family, and so what was that like to be a young kid with balloonists all around you all the time?
You know, it was a lot nicer when you're younger because there is no fear in flying. Now you got, a little bit of fear in flying. So, I've kind of turned over to chase crew and all that kind of stuff instead. But, it's, kind of second nature. Every time you see October come around, it's, balloon time, So all the fun stuff, and the greatest part, free parking. So that comes with a generational kind of aspect,
Your favorite thing, I think, was always as soon as you were 16, boy, driving the chase truck.
Yep, no, it definitely is. So, since, I'm not a big fan of being up in the air, above 5 feet. It's a good time. It's a good time.
Yeah, and some people aren't. I'm a little acrophobic myself. Yeah. Do you remember your very first balloon ride?
Honestly, I don't. I know the story behind it, but I honestly don't remember a single speck of it. I've drank a little bit in between, Well,
I have to tell you a little bit of the story. It was with me, and it was during Fiesta, but we were out on the West Mesa, and Scott had landed, and I got in the balloon with Alec and his sister Elisa, and Alec was barely old enough to see over the side of the basket. I have to look up to him now, you see. And he wanted to see so desperately that he kept crawling up, trying to see over the side of the basket, and I'm sitting there with one hand on the burner and the other one trying to hold him down into the basket. So at one point you were pretty fearless about it.
Oh yeah, no, there was a good point, and then as kind of gotten older, I'm like, that's pretty high up. So when are we coming down? So that's what it comes down to now.
And some people are really afraid of heights and all of that sort of thing. Anyway, you've been out crewing for your dad. What's this like this week?
It's pretty good this week, minus, some of the days where the weather wasn't, perfect, but, and me getting, 3 hours of sleep, but it's been perfect. It's been a good fiesta. Can't wait for next year.
Good, safe fiesta. That's what we always want.
Exactly.
Well, thanks, Alec, and you've got one more morning with Dawn Patrol, and so we'll see you then.
Yep, see you then.
Thank you. Thanks, Kim, and Kim and Ruth, and you and I, Art, can relate to that 3-hour sleep comment. We've been grabbing sleep whenever we can.
I was going to tell Kim the next time she talks to her grandson, she should actually stand up.
Yeah, can we? Where's our crew? Can we get a riser down there for Kim, maybe?
There we go.
That's not fair of me to say because I'd be in the same boat. We talked. Ruth and Marcia were making comments about bringing youth into the sport, and I just was scrolling through some of the early comments tonight on live, and I don't know the school, but there's a lady here named Crystal Sketch Schneider, and she says I've been streaming for my students to see during the day while they're working in class.
What a great deal.
What a great idea to stream Balloon Fiesta live in the classroom for the students to enjoy while they're also getting their work done. So thank you for doing that. That's really awesome.
And with that said, I think it's time to start our show tonight.
Okay.
We've got all of the shapes all the balloons that are here tonight already standing up, and so the word is that we're going to get this balloon glow, this night magic glow, underway.
So we're going to start the magic then, I guess.
We are. Right. So, of course, the way this works is we're going to call for a particular type of burn, like an all burn or a flicker twinkle burn, and then we're going to count it down from 10. But the big thing is we need your help out there.
We do.
So that the pilots can hear the countdown as well, and they all can coordinate those burns with us.
So if you can hear us on the PA down on the field, those of you at home are welcome to join in, but I don't think it will help much. But those of you on the field, if you can hear us on the PA, or if there's a launch director on the radio near you, they'll be doing the countdowns as well. Please, please, please join in, because the more noise, the more sound we can generate to get this countdown spread to all the pilots, the more the pilots will hear their cues and light the balloons up, the better show we have. It's just that simple.
So let's start things off with an all burn.
Okay.
Pilots, we're going to do an all burn to get started. And here comes the countdown. Ready?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all burn! I can hear the burner noise.
You can hear them going, yeah. That was a good start.
And for those who might already be asking, or no doubt will ask soon, if you watched last night's Balloon Glow, our Special Shapes Glowdeo, we do not have the drone in the air tonight, so we will not have those great aerial shots. Unfortunately, their contract didn't have them scheduled, I think, for tonight. So we do have our backpack camera down on the field. It'll be moving around, giving us some different views. And, of course, we have our standard cameras that are stationed around the field. So we'll have a lot of views from the ground tonight, different views for you. But we won't, unfortunately, have that beautiful aerial shot we had last evening because the drone is not flying tonight.
So the other thing we should mention here is that it actually is, sunset was actually about 10 minutes ago. There's always that twilight that goes on. So the still kind of light here. And then, of course, we have our cameras tuned or shaded so that it looks much brighter than it really is out here. So these first couple burns won't be maybe as spectacular as they will towards the end.
Yeah, and in part because of the camera shading, they make it look actually brighter than it really is as far as real daylight is concerned. And so as it gets darker and that camera shading takes effect, and it does become just darker outside, because there's still light in the sky here. When we wrap up, it'll be black out here tonight. And those glows later in the morning.
But every minute
later in the evening.
Yes.
Get a little more spectacular.
Every minute it seems like it's almost like someone's just turning that dimmer down on the sun.
Yeah, or just drawing the curtain to a close.
Whichever way it is.
It gets every minute passes and it gets just a little bit darker.
So let's do another all burn then. Another all burn, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure and count down with us. An all burn. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all burn. Yeah,
that's working. That's already better than we started out with last night.
It is.
I think we've got a good crowd working with us tonight, and the pilots maybe are paying a little more attention. They don't have to battle some of those special shapes. These are mostly round balloons participating tonight, so yeah, that looked good.
And if you're still standing over there on Main Street, we would certainly encourage you to move out in amongst the balloons. while it's a great view from outside, I think it's even better right smack dab in the middle of it all.
Absolutely. And some folks are. There are people I see
there are a number out there
on
in
the west side of the field here. It's we were talking last night. The one thing that we don't see anymore, we used to in the old days when we flew off of a dirt field, was with all the crowd down there walking around, there would always be kind of this huge cloud of dust from about the throat level down on the balloons. And when we lit all the balloons up, we did the all burns and flicker burns, you could see this cloud of this horde of people in this cloud of dust. We don't see that view anymore, thank goodness, because we have this beautiful carpet of green grass now here at Balloon Fiesta Park.
Which is actually a City of Albuquerque park year-round. There's a golf academy down at this end of the field throughout the year. We have big celebrations, 4th of July celebrations, wine festivals, all those types of things. The Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta leases the park for 60 days. We get it basically the day after Labor Day, so we have about 3 weeks, depending on when Fiesta starts, to get it all set up. And then we have about 3 weeks or so to get it put back to shape for a golf academy.
Right, and a shout out to the Parks and Rec Department, because they do a great job of maintaining the site all year round for the City of Albuquerque.
Before we go to Ruth, let's get another all burn in here. Another all burn, please. All burn in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All burn.
And we can hear the crowd reacting even up here.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
So Ruth has another. We had Kim with her grandson who was a crew member on a balloon. I think Ruth has found a crew person from another balloon team down with her. Ruth?
Well, I have the pilot and the crew chief here. I have Kurt Godlewski and Curtis Boxberger of the Sunwalker balloon. And you guys are sponsored here this year. Tell us about your sponsor.
Our sponsor here for the last few years has been AARP out of Washington, D.C., and they've just been fantastic to work with.
I'm a proud member. Are you?
I am not.
I'm stunned. I'm speechless.
End of interview.
Yeah, chop this up. Okay,
new sponsor.
Let's shift gears a little bit. How has your week gone this week?
We've had a great week, great flights, great landings, and great landowners. It's been a really good week.
What was the best part of the week for you?
I guess flying. Most of the flying has just been awesome. It's been calm winds and safe flying all week. It's been really good.
That's terrific. Are you taking passengers for AARP this week?
Actually flew them this morning after two attempts earlier in the week, and we flew them this morning, and they had a great flight.
Well, that's terrific. Thank you so much for joining us. Go enjoy the glow, and I hope you have a good flight in the morning.
Thanks.
Thank you, Ruth. Let's get another all burn in here, and then we're going to try something different after that. But another all burn. So an all burn. Count with us, folks. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All burn. Oh, there's a fabulous shot. Look at the crowd and the balloons lighting up with the all burn.
There are some comments on the field as we've been interviewing some crew people tonight. Comments on our feed, rather, people asking about how they can sign up and volunteer to crew. All you have to do is check in on the balloonfiesta.com website, and you can find information there about how you can volunteer to crew for next year's event. And someone made the comment, no training needed, and while that is true, typically once you're volunteer and assigned to a balloon crew, the pilot will provide you with some training prior to actually getting the balloon out, doing some flying, etc. And it is a little bit of a learning on the job. And normally there isn't a pilot who is stuck with all rookies, I guess you could say.
Right.
You'll be put into a crew, you'll be a part of a crew, but there'll be experienced crew members there as well as yourself if you have no experience. But you are able to come out and volunteer, and we always need lots of volunteer crew because we have pilots coming from all around the world who can't always bring their traditional, maybe their regular family or friends or 3 or 4 or 5 extra people with them. So we always have a huge call for volunteer crew people, and you are encouraged if you'd like to be out and on the field and really involved in Balloon Fiesta. Well, there's no better way than to volunteer to crew for one of the pilots. You'll meet a lot of fun people and have a great time. There's a little bit of work involved, but not a lot. But yes, technically you need no training, but you will be given instruction on what to do by the pilot that you're assigned with.
We have a good friend who crews every year, and they always ask to crew for an international pilot, talking about that need to do there. And if you actually live in the Albuquerque area, the local balloon club offers a couple of crew training sessions before Balloon Fiesta.
Right.
So we can get you some on-the-job training before you hook up with one of these here as well.
I hadn't thought of that. I know other events that I'm involved with around the country typically do that. They'll have a crew training session. We did that for the U.S. Nationals when it was in Shreveport over the past 3 years. We always had one of the local pilots, Pat Harwell, would go out and we would do a crew training session, teach them what's the object and the purpose of the person on the crown line, what the people on the throat do, how to operate the fan safely, those kinds of things. So yeah, you can get some training, but you don't have to have training to volunteer.
No, you don't.
Just sign up and we'll get you some training.
Exactly. Let's try a flicker burn, Glenn.
Yeah, it's nice and dark out now, so we should have a nice effect of that.
So flicker burns, the pilots are going to flicker those burners on and off, give us that like a flicker.
It's kind of an effect of a flickering candle.
That's a good way to describe it.
Yeah.
Which means that this is a great time to set your cameras to the video mode.
That's right.
This is a great video opportunity. The all burns are great stills. This is a great video opportunity as we do a flicker burn. So we'll
let's get the countdown going then.
There's a bite of ice cream.
Our Balloonmeister is enjoying some ice cream, so when you're finished with that Klondike bar, just let us know.
Sorry, Melissa.
We just threw Melissa under the bus. Did that hurt, Melissa?
Back up and do it again. Now let's just do a flicker burn.
All right.
Flicker burn. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flicker burn.
Boy, we have a great crowd out there tonight.
We do. And it's working because the balloonists are all coordinated very well, so we appreciate your voices joining in and helping us get these off. Turning into another great night here at Balloon Fiesta. Yep. And of course, one of the last opportunities you have to go out and see about getting trading cards from the balloon pilots out there, although we heard some of them ran out already.
Given the size of the crowds that we've had, I'm not surprised they've run out. Yeah.
But certainly a good opportunity to get out there and take advantage of that. Tomorrow morning, we talked about the fact that after tomorrow's flight, there'll be a lot of quick pack-ups and hit the roads because many people will have to be back to work on Monday.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've been here all week, and to get here in time to start, you probably took off a couple of days the week before, if not the entire week. So
some people,
it's time to get back to work.
Yeah, I've got a 2-day drive to get home myself and get back to work.
Although, and many have longer.
Yeah, many have longer. Ruth, for example, is leaving tomorrow and driving all the way back to Maine. So people do have to travel and did come out a day or two early. I got here Wednesday before Balloon Fiesta started. And so, so as a result of that, as we talked this morning, tomorrow morning's farewell mass ascension really happens pretty quick. There isn't there isn't all of the after-flight tailgating and socializing that goes on because people do have to pack up, get on the road, and get on their way home to get back to work. Many of these balloonists some of us do have day jobs, unfortunately.
Well, it's not like just jumping on an airplane and going back because you brought your equipment in a truck or a trailer, and so you do have to drive back. And even the folks who live in Albuquerque, we've been off for a week and a half as well.
Yeah.
And so get home and get things ready to get back to work on Monday morning.
It's always funny, though, because I stay over on Sunday night, and by about 6 p.m. when I'll go out for dinner tomorrow evening, it seems like Albuquerque is a ghost town. The hotel parking lots are all empty. It's really interesting when once all the balloons leave town, Albuquerque takes on a whole different air to it as a city. Our view just got a little bit better because now we've killed the stage lights so that we can now really see the balloons in the darkness, which is great for taking photographs, which we're doing up here. Hope that you are too. Tonight's Night Magic Glow presented by Canon. Remember, if you're posting pictures on social media, use the hashtag CanonInTheClouds. And if you're shooting with Canon camera equipment, you're also invited to use the hashtag Team Canon. And they look at all of those pictures, and they pick out usually some lucky ones to be their photo of the day. Sometimes they'll post them up on their as the banner photo on their Twitter feeds, on their Instagram, and on Facebook. So if you're posting pictures, use that hashtag CanonInTheClouds.
Quick other shout on the feed there. Someone's asking how to get the ballooning magazine. I think you mentioned that. But very simply, go to BFA.net, BFA for Balloon Federation of America.net, and sign up for a membership, and you will get the magazine. You can choose to get it delivered the postal mail, or you can get it electronically for a different price.
That's right. For $35, you can be an e-member, and that gets you access to the members-only section of the BFA website where you can read the magazine online, and you can also download it as a PDF, or you can pay $55 as a full-paid membership, and you'll get the magazine delivered in the mail, a hard copy delivered every 2 months. It's a bi-monthly publication.
How about another flicker burn?
Okay,
another flicker burn.
Hang on, because
get the video camera ready.
I'm getting
Mr.
off
Glen.
the feed, and I'm getting my iPhone out and turning it onto video.
Hey, you know this Canon camera that Canon lent me here? It's got two buttons, one to take still pictures and one to start the video. No switching necessary.
That's cool. Well, and my M50 will shoot video too, but I haven't brought it up here because we lug so much other between the microphones and the iPads and the binoculars and the radios. I just haven't lugged my M50 up here. Not that it's heavy, it's just another piece of gear to carry.
There you go. So a flicker burn, ladies and gentlemen. Great video modes here. Here we go. Flicker in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flicker burn. Very nice, very nice. I just captured the video with the balloons and with our monitor in here. So.
Well, I don't have the monitor in my shot. I've got our static camera in there. I'll change my view next time and get the monitor in there as well. I did that last night. I actually panned up and down.
Up and down to see the two?
And
yep.
You can see the real balloons and you can see it on the monitor. It's a cool shot.
Hey, so
that was awesome, by the way. Our pilots are really doing a great job tonight.
Really awesome.
And the audience is out there really helping us.
And I think we're in a good shape tonight to see if we can't get even more audience participation.
Okay, I'm game for that.
So what we're going to do here in just a couple of moments, we're going to do an all burn. But what we want you to do in the audience is to get your cell phone out, get ready to turn the flashlight on or to light the screen up. And so when the pilots do their all burn, we want you to light up your cameras and cell phones
just like
so that we can
this.
see that. Yeah, you're just going to kind of wave it at us. And we're going to see if we can't just light the whole field up with balloons and cameras and cell phones.
Okay, and we're going to do that as an all burn?
We're going to do that with an all burn, all glow, we'll call it.
All right. An all burn, camera burn. No?
All burn everything. Everybody light it up. We ready?
Yeah, let's
try it. Everybody got their cameras ready, their cell phones ready, pilots ready. Everybody's going to glow in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Everybody! Cameras on.
Look at all those cameras go. Yeah. That worked pretty well.
I'm thinking next time we do a flicker burn, I'm going to try a slow-mo video, see how that works out.
That'll be fun.
That might be fun. Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. What a great evening it turned out to be. And cheers to Brad Tiemeyer, our official meteorologist, because he had told us earlier, he said, well, it might get a little breezy later in the evening like it did last night, but so far we don't see any sign of that. So nicely done, Brad, wherever you are.
Yeah, I'm fine with anything. And of course, while our Balloon Glow, our Night Magic Glow underway now, we still have other stuff happening tonight.
Yeah,
7:30 laser light show, 7:45 Team Fast Track doing their pyrotechnics fireworks show in the sky.
And if you didn't see, the people I've heard that did see the feed last night talking about that, the reaction has just been amazing. A lot of people commenting about that to us during the awards brunch this afternoon.
Kind of hard to imagine skydivers with fireworks, but now that we've seen it, it is awesome.
Fireworks and lighted suits. I mean, it's like seeing the Tron movie kind of come to life as these guys
in the sky.
Jump down out of the sky, and they flew in formation last night, trailing. I mean, it's such an awesome show. You've got to stay and see that.
And then, of course, the Afterglow fireworks, which are always the best in town.
Presented this year presented this year by Sandia Resort and Casino, and they're some of the best fireworks you could see anywhere. So what do you think? Should we try a round of flicker burns?
Let's try a flicker burn. I think that's a good idea.
Try this slow-mo video idea here and see what happens. So pilots, let's get a round of flicker burns going.
And if you want to join us with your cameras and cell phones, feel free to do that as well.
But certainly join us with your voice. That's what we need, or your vocal card. So pilots, let's do a round of flicker burns in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, flicker burns.
I see a number of cameras and cell phones going off out there.
I do as well.
That's great. No offense to our special shape pilots last night, but these regular shape guys, you got it together, guys and gals. Great job out there.
They are nailing it tonight. Okay, I can't wait to see that. That was a slow-mo video, so I want to see how that turns out. I'll post it up to Twitter a little bit later. So an awesome job tonight. You know, it's you know the old saying, we save the best for last, and we certainly appear to have done that. This is, I think, the best. We had a nice glowdeo last night, but this is what balloon glows are supposed to be about.
Carla on the feed thanks us for the finding the feed here, so we appreciate that comment and glad that you have found us, Carla. If you've missed any of the shows earlier this week, they are all archived. You can go to the Balloon Fiesta website, click on the live stream, see a link to all the archives. Go right to the Balloon Fiesta YouTube channel or the Balloon Fiesta Facebook page. All of the shows are archived there. You can go back and watch more than 40 hours worth of coverage of Balloon Fiesta already posted this year. And thanks to all of you who continue to share the feed information out to your friends, followers. Be sure and like us and follow us and give us all those positive strokes that we get across social media.
Yeah, we've got tonight's, the rest of tonight's activities and then tomorrow's Farewell Mass Ascension. And we need to capture, about 90,000 views.
About 80 to 90,000.
If we're going to hit that 1 million mark that we kind of set as a goal for ourselves this year. Last year, 380-odd thousand, so we've more than tripled that, or almost tripled that this year. And would love to hit 1 million views just as well, why not, you know? You got to have goals in life, and so that's our goal. So you can help us by sharing out the feeds and the links and letting your friends and neighbors know, even if they're not balloon enthusiasts. You know, this is a pretty awesome show, and looking for something a little original and different in the way of reality TV, as it were. Well,
there you go.
Here you go.
Let's squeeze in another all burn here, ladies and gentlemen. An all burn, please. All burn in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all burn. All right, good job.
Good evening from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Well, good evening, Jill. Nice to have you watching us. Diane Martinez today is the Miracle of the Sun in Fatima, Portugal. Wow, I think that's the first check-in I've seen from Portugal this week.
Well, we're glad to have Portugal on board.
Absolutely.
Let's get a flicker burn in. Let's get a flicker burn in, please. Flicker, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Here we go. Flicker in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flicker.
Marlon Long has been watching. Marlon, of course, a longtime member of our broadcast staff here and stage entertainment and recovering from leukemia. Marlon, we're all thinking about you, buddy.
You
By
betcha.
gosh, we miss seeing you here. Look forward to seeing you back next year, my friend.
Continued positive thoughts on that recovery.
Calgary, Canada checking in. Betty Bywater says, great show tonight, guys. Thank you, Betty. We're glad you're enjoying it. Mark says he'd love to see a shot from a drone or a helicopter. Mark, unfortunately, we don't have either in the air tonight. We did have the drone up last night, but the contract limits our access to them to some extent, and they're not in the air tonight, so we apologize for that, but hope you're enjoying the show anyway.
And we keep working on how to get those helicopter shots
as
well. We'll continue to build on this. Balloon Fiesta Live started as kind of a little pilot project last year.
It did.
And
it used to be just you and I up here with a couple of microphones talking over the PA.
Right.
There was no live feed from Balloon Fiesta like this. And last year we did it as kind of a trial on a very limited basis and had great success. And that's why we've been able to expand it hugely this year.
And we will continue to do that towards our 50th and beyond.
Absolutely, because one of the comments I saw earlier, someone had asked the question, were we going to be live streaming the award ceremony? And we did not, but you and I had that discussion.
I think we will next year.
And I think we'll probably add that to the program next year because we know there are a lot of balloonists from all around the U.S. and, in fact, all around the world that have friends here and are curious to see how the competition results turned out. We'll be sharing that information with you tomorrow morning. Maury Petrin is the repeat champion, by the way. But yeah, we had that discussion at lunch about, we should add, we should have been streaming the awards ceremony. So probably look forward to seeing that next year.
It's already in the notes for next year.
Absolutely.
All burn, folks. Let's get an all burn in here, please. An all burn in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All burn.
That's a great shot. A young lady laying up on top of one of the trailers, balloon trailers, getting some photographs with her phone. There is Wes the Wolf in our shot. Wes is one of the critters, one of the animals brought to us from Sky Safari at Longleat. And they get together. They like to get all the folks down around their balloon and do a wolf howl every time they launch.
That's a great idea.
Absolutely. And, of course, we've got a lot of wolf howlers, is that a word, here in New Mexico with the
University of New
Mexico Lobos. That's right.
That's it.
I see maybe a sponsorship coming for that balloon in the future.
Could be.
When it visits here to Albuquerque.
How about a flicker burn? A flicker burn. Let's do a flicker. This is, again, the great video opportunity. Flicker burn in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flicker. This is just most excellent tonight, if I can mix all those together.
Somebody asking on the feed about right in front and center of us here is the Blue Chair Bay rum balloon that was the sponsor of Kenny Chesney's recent country tour. And the question was, does Kenny own that company? I don't know, but my guess is no.
I believe he did. I believe he did buy into the Blue Chair rum
all right.
company.
Well, then I stand corrected. I was going to say no. Typically what happens, a company like that sponsors a tour, but the musician, the performer, doesn't typically own the company. But I'll defer to your knowledge, sir.
Well, if I'm wrong, someone will tell us.
I'm sure they will.
Low
Keyhole will probably correct us. But
I thought he bought into that. That's one of the reasons we thought Kenny might come when we first
with
heard
the balloon. Okay.
And he didn't.
Okay.
So all of you Kenny Chesney fans, give him a little grief for not showing up with the balloon.
And we honestly, the answer to the question is we honestly don't know. Art obviously thinks that
I think he does.
Kenny
but
at least owns a part of the company, but clearly they were the sponsor of his tour.
Yep.
Wow, there's a check-in from Guatemala. I think that's a first for this year, so that's cool.
That's a new one.
Someone else trying to help us out. They posted, come on, guys, keep sharing. We need those million views. And yes, we do.
Yeah, we do.
So absolutely, please keep sharing out there. Billy Broker watching. Billy, are you back home already? Why aren't you out here tonight? Can they light up in a wave is one of the questions. You know, we have tried that, and it just doesn't work very well.
We're not kind of lined up very well.
Yeah, we're not lined up for a wave.
Squares,
and
yeah.
So no is the answer. We've tried it, but it just doesn't work very well. Here's someone says, yes, he does own it, I assume, and that they're referring to Kenny Chesney owning Blue Chair Bay rum. So
confirmation from the feed.
Absolutely.
Yes. We have score one for Art.
We have reporters everywhere. You just never know.
How about an all burn, folks? Let's do an all burn.
In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
All burn in 4, 3, 2, 1. All burn. All burn, pilots.
Boy, look at that shot on the feed. That is awesome. You can. Oh, look at this.
Oh, yeah, look at there.
Star Wars. Luke, I am your father.
Is that little Yoda on the left?
It must be little green? Yoda there with the green. There is no try. There is do or don't do, but there is no try. He's having a great time tonight. That's awesome.
It is.
It's all about, oh, look at that. Check out that.
Yeah.
Blinking bow tie.
Blinking bow tie ears.
Yeah, that's the type of thing that my niece Courtney King would be into if she were here, I'm sure. She's got quite the showman or showgirl spirit in her.
There you go.
Whichever it might be.
And just in the corner of the screen there, the Never Forget balloon.
Yeah,
one of the Comedina family members flying that. Mark Comedina, I think, is the name.
I was going to ask about it because I saw them inflate earlier, and I haven't seen that balloon this week.
I saw it early in the week.
I'm sure it's been here. It's just that it hasn't captured my my
And on
view.
this side, it says Never Forget has the ribbon.
Right.
There are other sheriffs and police insignias around the other side of that balloon.
Okay.
So Mark Comedina, we talked with Dr. Steve earlier today with the stork balloon. This is the regular shaped balloon. Never forget our first responders, especially on the security side.
Yeah, folks talking about the results of the competition. I know that Maury Petron was first. I can't think for the life of me who was in second. Third place was Josep Lado Costa, who is here from Spain, I believe, Ultra Magic. And then Jeff Pitt commenting, I know that Chuck Waltz was fifth. That's absolutely right. We'll go over the full. We don't have the scores in front of us here on the tower tonight. We'll have them in the morning with us, and we'll go through all of that.
But we should mention that $90,000 worth of prize money was handed out this afternoon.
Handed out, that's right. And my very good friend Billy Adler won the Sid Cutter Memorial task with the boat, and receives, along with a nice check, a beautiful commemorative plate that has his balloon painted on it. And so congratulations to Billy for winning that.
How about an all burn?
Okay.
Let's do an all burn. I'm waiting for the Balloon Meister to all burn.
Is she over there eating ice cream again?
No, she's working 2 or 3 radios, here as we kind of continue with things. An all burn. Here we go in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All burn.
Look at that on the screen. You can see them all the way down at the north end lighting up, so we know this is working tonight.
Nice spacing here, yes.
Yeah, it's a shame we don't have that drone shot this evening. That would be awesome.
That's in the notes for next year, too.
Oh, I know. This was, again, like us last year, we were a trial project, and the drone operation was a trial project this year with one and only one authorized drone. There were comments earlier today, people saying, oh, any approved drone can fly there. No, that's not true. We have a 4-mile radius of this field as a temporary flight restricted zone, and only the one drone working with AIBF was authorized to be in the sky. In fact, we had software that would detect unauthorized drones and found them and shut them down. So only
saw
the
a report
drone,
of up to 500 of them
I'd
shut
heard
down.
that number, yeah. And we're talking about in a test that we did, the FBI found not just the drone, but they found where the operator was. And I think it was Ty who did the test for us.
Right.
And he had a gentleman from the FBI and the FAA greet him within 5 minutes.
So that means they detected it here and then had this dispatch to get there and to do it in 5.5 minutes.
Got there in 5.5 minutes. Yeah. So if you're flying a drone within 4 miles of Balloon Fiesta Park, let me just say, don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't risk it.
Not a good idea.
Nope. Flicker burn. Let's get a flicker burn in here. Flicker burn, if you would, please. Flicker in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
3, 2, 1. Flicker burns. Flickers.
Twinkle.
Twinkle flickers. Flicker twinkles. I've never figured out why in part of the country we call them twinkle burns and in other parts we call them flickers.
I'm not sure either.
I don't know how that happened. Look at that. That was an awesome shot. The whole line of balloons there.
All, yeah.
Doing flicker burns.
Look at them all lined up there. There's
I
the
know.
Civil Air Patrol, the Cox Utilities,
that's a
call
great shot. There's
811,
both
Shovel
of the
Man.
Cox Utilities, Shovel
Yep.
Man, and their standard balloon sitting there side by side. Awesome shot, guys. We have a crack production team. I got to say that. It's really a pleasure to be a part of such a great team. You guys are doing a wonderful job.
They've been Windfire Productions, been great to work with in all of the pre-production, and of course they have stepped up even higher and taller and better for the actual production things here. So
absolutely,
that's off to all of our Windfire
There's been nothing we've
folks.
asked for that they haven't delivered tenfold. It's Windfire doing an outstanding job.
And you know, a couple of things, they've even jumped ahead a couple of things, and we're doing things before we asked for it.
I don't know if Gary's down in the truck with Steve tonight, but I loved that shot from down in the truck.
He's up in the plane.
Oh, is he in the plane?
He's in the plane with the Skydrivers.
Whoa!
He's
I
in
didn't
the plane.
know that.
Yep.
Wow. I was going to say, because I loved that Monday Night Football shot from inside our truck. That was impressive, but I guess we don't have an extra cameraman handy tonight if Gary's up at the plane.
Gary's up there. So let's do an all burn instead. How
Okay.
about an all burn? Here we go. All burn in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All burn.
Notice Sherry Edwards-White was counting down with us. She was glowing on each of our counts there.
That's another thing a lot of balloonists started doing with the countdowns. They kind of count with us.
There's Wes the Wolf. There's Wicked. And Wicked,
Stan
of course,
Hess.
is the stage play is coming back to New Mexico, I think opening on the 17th, just a few days away. Stan
Looking
Hess,
forward
as
to
you said,
seeing
the
that
pilot
again.
there. So while we have a quick moment between glows, let's jump right back down to Ruth, who has a couple of guests with her down on the field. Ruth?
I do. I'm here with Keith and Carol Bennett. I noticed when they were up here near our camera taking pictures that they have Canon VIP tags on. And they're VIPs because they bought a Canon camera and they're giving it a heck of a workout, Carol.
Oh yeah, it is amazing. It's an 80D. I came from a Rebel, and this rascal is like a jet ski. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Did you buy it here at Balloon Fiesta?
Oh yeah, because they're discounted. Not that I care about price, but it is a good discount, and they can tell you everything you want to know. I mean, this sounds like a commercial, but I swear, that booth over there, the people are so nice and so knowledgeable, and I am more of a just point and shoot, but I like lenses, and I like to do a little bit more. And it was a great experience buying the camera, and I got a cool little Canon pin too.
Well, that's great. I'm especially interested in what you were talking about on how they're working with you to learn how to use the camera. Do they take you into a separate place and spend some time with you?
Not really, because I am a Canon owner for many, many years, and they did the really important things to me, like help me put the dang strap on. I mean, how many of us have been able to take great pictures and can't get the strap on?
Yep.
I mean, for goodness sakes. So they did that. We got battery instructions because it is a little bit bigger and slightly different. So they were great. And we did some pin exchange. I had some old pins and got to pass them on. So it was a fun thing.
If you were a novice, they would do a tutorial for you. They would walk you through how to use the camera.
That's absolutely wonderful. I'm a Canon person myself, and Canon has been such a wonderful, phenomenal supporter of Balloon Fiesta.
Right.
We're glad you guys are having the same great experience we are. Thank you so much for joining us on Balloon
bet.
Fiesta Live.
Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Ruth. All
Thanks,
those
Ruth.
great things that you do one time when you get a camera. Put the battery in, put the
Yeah.
strap on. Great help with that.
Absolutely.
Let's get another all burn in here, Glenn.
Yeah, we're beginning to lose some of the balloons.
So
as
let's
we're
get
getting
an all
toward
burn
the
in.
end. So we'll get an all burn quickly.
10,
9,
8, 7, 6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
all burn.
That's a great shot of the young man there with his lightsaber. The U.S. Bank balloon there from Scott McClinton, the pilot on board of that. And there's a nice view from here at the south end of the field. That is our sponsor hospitality area down below, where they enjoy a nice meal service and a wonderful evening out. And we're just located just above those fine folks here in our rooftop studio.
So as we start to get kind of towards the end of our balloon glow here, let's whip through a few more flicker burns and all burns here. Let's do a flicker first. How about a flicker burn in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, flicker! There was the Weather Channel balloon, and I see Osito Bimbo up there, as well as Wells Fargo. There's the bottom of the Wicked balloon. Hey, there's Mr. Brady. Great camera shots here tonight.
Yeah, nice wide pullback.
If you are not out here tonight, not out here at Albuquerque, you need to get it on your list to be out here next year or the year after. We've got the theme is out for next year. It's Pitch Perfect.
Picture Perfect.
Picture Perfect. Pitch would be the movie, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
Yeah, Picture Perfect.
As much as I'd love to see Anna Kendrick here, I don't think she'll be showing up at the Balloon Fiesta.
Well, we got a year to work on her to get her out here.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah. Get her out as an honorary balloon meister or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
But,
We'll get a Pitch Perfect balloon to go with the Picture Perfect theme.
There you go.
Yeah, we got a year to make that happen.
There's an idea. Let's put that in the notes for next year.
There you go. How about an all burn?
Okay.
How about an all burn in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all burn.
I can't get my hand out of my jacket. I was trying to say something, and my watch got stuck.
I hate it when that happens.
I know it. I absolutely hate that.
So I'm actually starting to get word on our aircraft radio that Team Fast Track is in the sky.
Okay.
So they are scheduled for about 7:45.
And between that, when we wrap this glow, we have the laser light show. That's first, and then the skydive?
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
All right. And
so
then
we'll do
fireworks.
the laser light show while the balloons are deflating, and then the jumpers in, and then the fireworks.
Okay.
So let's do an all burn, but let's do an all burn with the cameras and cell phones as well.
Okay.
So this is an everybody glow, not just balloons. Everybody's going to glow. Here we go. Everybody in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody glow. Phones, cameras, everybody turn them on.
There's some phones. Look at that.
There you go.
That's cool. Boy, the crowd is packed in there along the Main Street area there. There's Wes the Wolf again. Is that, I can't tell. I thought that was Guilty for a moment. That might have been, I think that's maybe Steve Wilkinson in the limoncello balloon.
There you go.
I believe that's him instead.
The Guilty has the black skirt at the bottom.
That's
so that
right.
would be limoncello there.
Yeah.
So Eric Wells did very well for himself, getting a pole.
He did.
In the competition, coming in 10th. Winning $500 for the 10th place.
There's Shovelman glowing. Shovelman is the new superhero for
right in the center of the screen.
Cox Utility Services, reminding you to dial 811 before you do any digging for construction purposes, so you don't find yourself cutting off your cable or worse,
your neighbor's cable,
or digging up some other electrical line or plumbing or etc. Always call 811 to check before you do any digging.
All burn. Let's get another all burn in. Here we go. An all burn in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All burn. Nice all burn there. Okay. This is a great way to wrap up the week for our evening events here.
Absolutely. There's
great
the
Glowdeo last night and an extra special Night Magic Glow here tonight.
A couple of brothers side by side there is Paul Petrin in the Phillips 66 balloon and Johnny Petrin in the Cannon balloon. Bill Baker just behind them there in that big white Osito Bimbo special shape.
3 big, major, proud sponsors of Balloon Fiesta.
Absolutely.
Certainly make things a lot easier here to do. We certainly appreciate their support, and we would appreciate you supporting them. So go out and tell Cannon and Phillips 66 and Bimbo how much you appreciate them bringing this great show to you.
Anytime you have the opportunity to do business with any of our sponsors throughout the year, it always helps to have people drop a note or a quick comment that says, oh, by the way, thank you for being a part of the Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta, because that lets them know that their outreach is getting to the consumer, which is what they want, of course, and it helps us when we go back to them and say, you had a good year last year. We really want you back next year. So.
And if you got a great picture of their balloon, even glowing here tonight, I know those businesses would appreciate seeing it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I think we can squeeze in another flicker. How about a flicker?
Okay.
A flicker, and then we'll, let's do a flicker.
All right.
Okay. Flicker. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flicker. All righty. So I think we have time for probably 2 more all burns before we're going to call this a night here.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Gant, good to see you, sir.
Found his way up here onto the tower. Good morning, sir. Good evening, sir. Thank you.
Well, that's the case here. Good to see you, sir.
We were complaining that you weren't here.
All righty.
You bet, Doug. Don't go away.
So let's do an all burn, please. Ladies and gentlemen, pilots, an all burn. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All burn. All righty. So we're going to do one more all burn, but we need an all glow as well. So we need everyone to get your cameras, your cell phones, your flashlights. If you've got a light, get ready to light it up. We're going to light up the field with everybody for our final glow of the 2017 Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta presented by Cannon. So we're going to give the balloons just another second or two here to cool off. All those burns put a lot of heat in the top of the balloon. We don't want to over-temp the fabric or any other part of the balloon and the crew out there. And be ready for that shot. Be ready to light up your camera, your phone, your flashlight. We want to light up the field with as much light as we possibly can. And let our team Fast Track, who's flying overhead, getting ready to jump, let them see the lights so they know where to jump.
Yeah. Don't want them to, they're on target on time or on time on target.
Right.
We don't want them to be off target tonight.
Final all burn, ladies and gentlemen. Final all burn and all glow by the cameras and phones. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All burn. Everybody glow. All righty.
That Civil Air Patrol balloon really glows nicely.
It does. It
looks good. So does Shovel Man.
Most of the lighter balloons, of course, light up just naturally. And, of course, we're using yellow flame tonight. Inefficient heat, but great light.
Great light, yeah, because we burn the propane as a raw gas as opposed to burning it in a vapor like we normally would with the blast valves that are more efficient for flying, produce more heat for flying control.
Exactly.
But the raw propane being burned as just a gas creates that ugly, ragged yellow flame that's so good for lighting up the balloons.
So we're going to go ahead and let our balloon pilots deflate their balloons. Now, of course, they're doing this in the dark. They're packing up in the dark. And as we saw when it was still light, there are a lot of you out there. So please be careful and watch out for the balloons as they deflate.
Please give the pilots and crew room to work as well. I know a lot of people bring blankets and they set up their own little housekeeping out here, and that's wonderful, but these pilots and crew do have to get the balloons down, get them packed. They have to go refuel tonight so they can be ready for tomorrow morning's farewell mass ascension. So your cooperation down there on the field is certainly needed and appreciated.
And that brings us to 7:30, and so our laser light show should be underway here momentarily. Best place to see the laser light show?
Right down on the
there
field.
From the middle of the field.
Yep.
And then in about 15 minutes, we should have our team fast track. You already hear the plane circling overhead. We'll be able to see that on the live feed here with the helmet cam, and you are in for a very special treat as those jumpers will not just be jumping out of the plane, but they are going to be lit up and they are going to do a fireworks show in the sky.
And there's the laser light show getting underway.
There it is. And with the balloons still standing up, we're going to see some of the laser lights actually on the sides of the balloon while they slowly bring the balloons down. So we're going to let you just kind of watch for a few minutes, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes to bring you the dive, the skydive, and the fireworks in the sky from Team Fast Tracks. Continue to stay with us. Stay on the field. Don't go anywhere. Lots of things to see and happen right here on the field. We'll be back with our audio portion in just a couple minutes.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, so now I'm going to get ahead of you. Ramon, you got to shout out, excuse me, pardon me, okay? Don't be just a silent Sam. You got to tell them you're there. And this needs to get out of here for sure. That big old loop.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We continue with the Night Magic Glow here from the 47th Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. We're just minutes away from tonight's skydive by Team Fast Tracks. There you have on the live feed the video right from the up in the aircraft. There they are turning on their lighted suits.
Yeah, we weren't kidding when we said this is a real light show in the sky.
It is a light show in the sky.
Not only did they light their suits up, but then we're going to have fireworks coming off their legs.
Yeah, you can see the pack they have on their legs of fireworks that they'll be firing. And we have our director.
There's Gary right there with the thumbs up we just saw.
That's our director, Gary, who is in the co-pilot seat this evening with a live camera up in the aircraft.
Oh, look at these guys. They are, yeah. We had a great conversation with them after this morning's jump as well.
They're just really cool guys.
And gals. Yep.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Forgot about Ulia.
Don't forget about Ulia there.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and the fireworks packs are 15 pounds, and there's one on each leg.
Each leg, that's
right. So there's 30 pounds of fireworks attached to each of those jumpers. Yeah. There was a shot of the plane from the ground. And
2 minutes.
2 minutes away from the jump.
2 minutes.
Yes,
yeah,
we see
2 minutes.
It.
We see it. 2 minutes.
All right.
Absolutely.
There's Gary and Tyler. Tyler, fly the plane.
Yeah. Somebody fly the plane, guys.
The jumpers were. We mentioned that last night when Tyler turned around and gave us a wave. Tyler, the pilot, there, of course. And we mentioned the fly the plane, and I guess the jumpers gave him a lot of grief about turning around and not flying.
Well, and they are presented by Selection.com, as you can see on the sleeve of one of the jumpers there.
And on the screen itself.
And on the screen. And I don't know that we'll see it at night, but during their daytime jumps, they also have a logo up inside the parachute.
We, I think, got a pretty good shot of one of those last night when they still jumped. They're so lit up between the lights on the suit and then when the well, you can see there's lights on their helmets well.
Yeah.
Each of them actually has a camera. We get a live feed off of one of them.
But they all are recording.
They're all recording their
jump from their individual cameras. Yep.
You know, one minute away. In order to be a member of this team, to even try out for this team, you have to have a minimum of 1,000 jumps. So talking about a professional skydiving team, these guys anywhere from 3,000 to 8,000 jumps, if I remember right from their bios, and it's a team of 40 jumpers. They're jumping at Talladega tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not this particular team, but there's a team there of Team Fast Track
and
a number of other places.
Several teams jumping into college football games today. I noticed they mentioned specifically there was a team that jumped into the Northwestern game today.
And the Navy game as
well. There's
the
ready light. You just saw the yellow light come on. That is the jumper's ready light.
Under 30 seconds.
Typically that light goes green when they start to exit the aircraft when they're over the jump site.
So if you're on the field, the plane is directly over the center of the field, moving towards the southwest at the moment.
You see the flashing lights there. I'm watching the feed because seeing them jump out, literally exit the aircraft live is just awesome. Look at that fireworks pack on both legs. Wow.
15 pounds each. In the doorway. Ready, set is what you can see him looking there. Here we go. Wave, wave, wave. Ready, set, jump.
And there they go. Jumpers away.
There's one. There's two. There's three. You can look up and see him above. And here comes Ulia jumping with the helmet cam.
And each of them is wearing different colored lighted suits. I think we have red, yellow, green, and purple. Four good canopies. That's what we want to hear. There they are.
There's the shot from the ground, the little colored dots.
Little lighted dots floating around up there.
And then looking down from the helmet cam at the lights of Albuquerque. I wonder if we'll be able to see the Cannon balloon catching it at the right time when she's looking down. There's the field kind of right at the balloon. And there's the fireworks starting.
On. Now that's just a teaser.
Yeah.
Trust me. That's just a teaser. These sparklers
and
that
it's
they'll
only
be trailing.
one jumper
only
at the
one.
moment.
Yeah. Eventually they'll all four be trailing them.
Looks like they're getting in formation up there.
Yeah, they are lining up last night and I assume tonight flying single file, each trailing fire, and then doing maneuvers in formation, which was pretty awesome last evening. So there goes the first set of sparklers turning off. They are, you can see them lining up. There's 1, 2, 3 in line, and then looks like Uli is still a little off and abreast. She's making a turn into the formation. There they are.
As she continues to look around and give us that great view of the sky. And there's another fireworks. There they go.
They're all. Well, it looks like jumper number 2. His have maybe misfired. They've not lit up just yet, because last night we had all 4 trailing fire. We'll see. But you can see they're in a nice straight line formation up there.
Follow the leader.
Yeah, right.
Just like with the normal fireworks show, a little teaser, a little light to give you an idea to spot them in the sky before everything definitely lights up big time. Almost like a barber pole maneuver. That's a name I learned about some of the maneuvers, the spirals that they go into.
Right, they talked about that when they're carrying the red, white, and blue streamers during the daylight jumps.
And the smoke
and they do a spiral down, and they called it a barber pole maneuver.
With the smoke this afternoon, it was great. Nice long hang time up there this evening, this morning.
Yeah, and again, just wait. Just wait. You ain't seen nothing yet, folks. You haven't seen nothing yet. Look at that shot.
Look at the shot
awesome.
down from up there. Yeah. There we go. They just called the show. Look at that. We told you not just wait.
That's right. Look at this. Fireworks in the sky. And these fireworks are all being launched from their leg packs. Now all 4 are flame on and in position in single file, doing loop maneuver now.
And a great shot from Yulia in the 4th position, looking forward to the other 3.
Yeah, when can you fly right through a fireworks demonstration? I mean, really. Oh, look at that.
Yes.
That's awesome. This has to be, in my mind, one of the best new additions to Balloon Fiesta I've seen here in years.
We've had lots of different skydiving teams in the past, but you are right. This is definitely something unique and exciting for us to have here at Balloon Fiesta. It's such a great group of men and women. The team fast tracks, from the ground handlers to the pilot to the jumpers themselves.
Yeah, Tyler's had a great time talking back and forth to you on the aircraft radio.
Yes.
Look at that. Look at those fireworks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow. I always like those little bursts. It's kind of look like little bees going out. I always like those in any type of firework, and they just look especially great coming away from the skydivers themselves.
Now you can see the 4 different colored lighted suits
as they get
closer to the ground, and they'll start lining up to come in for a landing on the west side of the field.
Just saw the Balloon Fiesta Park through the helmet cam. See the round curve of the field from the helmet cam. The lights at the south end.
There's the cannon balloon. Yep, great shot. They got him glowing just then.
Glowing.
A little bit of a twinkle burn from Johnny Petrin in the cannon balloon there.
First jumper coming down. And touchdown.
Touchdown. Nice sliding touchdown. Look at that. And there's that selection.com logo on the inside of the parachutes.
Panic in the disco. They're reporting on the radio. Second jumper down. And
there's the cannon balloon again.
Look at that shot.
And here comes next in will be Yulia, the 4th jumper down. There's her landing. Nice touchdown.
Nice job.
Team Fast Tracks, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a nice round of applause. And then now where's Tyler?
He is straight out over the north end of the field.
Okay, here he comes. He always makes a nice low pass over to say goodnight. There's the 2 landing lights on.
Here he comes.
And here he comes.
Yep. They've told him to take a bow. Got all the lights on.
Yeah, we could
and
wave at him.
Tyler's going to give us a wave.
Tyler usually gives us a little wing wag right here along the north side of the field to say goodnight. There it is. Nice turn into the field. Right over the top of the rooftop studio.
Team Fast Track, this announced. Great job all week. We appreciate the show. Thank you very much. All right, what a fabulous show. Team Fast Track. And of course, Team Fast Track, as we mentioned earlier on, is a veteran-owned professional skydiving team based out of Ohio, and they dedicate each of their performances to a fallen warrior. And so the dedication tonight is to Army Specialist Michael D. Elm of Phoenix, Arizona. Army Specialist Elm died October 14th, 2011. Serving during Operation Enduring Freedom. And the Team Fast Track would like to thank you for allowing them the opportunity to perform our pyrotechnic show for you, and God bless America.
Absolutely.
What a great show.
Awesome evening.
But
awesome
it's not over yet.
But wait.
There's more.
If you order before midnight tonight.
You don't even have to wait that long.
We turned back
the lights
studio
on
lights
because we're on.
Well, yeah, I just noticed that. They turned them off so that we could take some photographs from up here, because when we're trying to take pictures and those 2 bright lights are in our eyes.
We get a great picture of the light.
We get a nice picture of bright white light. So to get some nice shots of the glow this evening and of the Team Fast Tracks, we turned those lights off. So I'm blinded by the light.
It's another one of those songs that comes back.
Yeah.
So we are just moments away from the ground fireworks show.
Yes.
Taking place mostly on the north end, but you'll also be able to see them on the west side of the field as well.
You can see them from quite a ways, because I was driving home last night on Paseo del Norte, headed back to the hotel, and I was kind of one eye on the road and one eye on the fireworks. Shouldn't be doing that, but that's what I was doing last night.
You shouldn't be here. But what we normally do here is we let the fireworks speak for themselves tonight. And so we are going to sign off the audio portion here. We'll leave the fireworks up on the feed.
Neither of us are fireworks experts. I mean, we can ooh and ah and oh with the best of them.
We could.
But probably people don't need to hear that.
I really like that green one.
Yeah. Oh, look, there's a blue one. Wow. That's really not what you would call expert commentary.
I don't think so. No, our expertise is ballooning.
Absolutely.
And fast becoming
skydiving
ones
yeah. Well, one of us needs to get up there. I volunteer you to jump next year, and so you can tell us all about it firsthand.
You know, I would be up for that.
Okay.
I would be up for that.
Put that in the notes for next year.
Part of our team here is just grinning, and I'm sure my wife is getting out the rifle for when I get home tonight. She said, no, you're not going to jump.
That's right. Over my dead body, you're getting in that airplane. Yeah.
Hey, it's been a fabulous day, Glenn.
It's been an awesome day. We've got one more morning to go, the farewell mass ascension, but really this is kind of the big climax to Balloon Fiesta, with the mass ascension in the morning, and then
fabulous Dawn Patrol show to
Dawn
get
Patrol
started.
show. We had the award ceremony. We got to hand out $90,000 in prize money today.
Music Fiesta here on the field with the Noms, Michael Ray, Old Dominion. Great glow tonight. Fireworks in the sky. Laser light show.
I don't know how you do it any better than what we've done today.
We just got to get the fireworks on the ground going to tap it all off.
Well, they'll be starting in just a few minutes, and we'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning with another Dawn Patrol show.
Actually.
Oh, dark and
30.
early. Yeah,
Yes,
dark 30. So another great Dawn Patrol show, and then again tomorrow the farewell mass ascension. Final time for us to enjoy Balloon Fiesta for this 47th year. It's been a great year. We got a little bit more to go. A couple hours sleep, and we're back at it.
Thanks to Ruth Lind and Kim Vesley for our reporting job.
Thanks to our great production team. These guys and gals do just awesome work.
Awesome
including,
work here as well.
You know, the big boss, Gary, was up in the aircraft tonight. He was chipping in.
We just put everybody everywhere to make all this come together. It has been great. We want to thank everybody for watching us live on Balloon Fiesta Live, for those comments, for those shares, for those likes, for those follows, all of those great things.
Yeah.
Again, we're looking for 1 million views by the time we finish tomorrow. We came into tonight's show at about 920,000, so definitely worth and able. It's within reach.
Absolutely. Like they would say in NASCAR, we've got ourselves in a position to win. Now we just got to bring it home.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, just got to bring it home.
So appreciate those. Remember, the archives are available on the Balloon Fiesta YouTube page as well as the Facebook page. And, of course, they're archived all on balloonfiesta.com.
Yeah, if you missed a show earlier this week, you can go back and watch anything that you've missed. It's all right there for you.
So with that, let's say goodnight.
I'm Glen Moyer.
I'm Art Lloyd Jr. Stay tuned for the fireworks, and we'll see you again in the morning with Dawn Patrol Show.
Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
This has been live coverage of the 2018 Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta presented by Canon. Always in October and always in Albuquerque, the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta is the world's premier ballooning event. This program is a production of AIBF Inc., all rights reserved. Thanks for watching Balloon Fiesta Live.